because here McLaren's unique Honda power won't give Prost and Senna their usual advantage. The little used 2.5-mile Hungaroring is notoriously short of grip, and that can mean that the starting grid looks very different from usual. And on a track where passing is difficult, starting grid positions can control the development of the race. In the Drivers' World Championship, it has to be either Prost or Senna. Prost has a comforting 17-point lead, but can be beaten by his teammates. Try as they may, though, the rest aren't really in it. And with a crushing 51-point lead over Williams, McLaren looks similarly certain to win their 5th Constructors' World Championship. So, who's looking good for today, for one of the longest and toughest races of the year? Race veteran Riccardo Patrese is. He starts his record 186th Grand Prix in pole position for only the 3rd time in his long career, and the last time was 6 years ago. Ayrton Senna's happy too. He may not be in pole position for once, but he's on the front row, and if he can get ahead at the start, he could control the race from the front to win as he did last year. A very well-deserved 3rd on the grid is little Alex Caffey in his Dallara, whose varied season has ranged from running 2nd at Phoenix to failing to pre-qualify twice. Today, it's not inconceivable that he could win. Thierry Boutsen, winner of the Canadian Grand Prix, is 4th on the grid to put both Williams Renaults in the first 2 rows. But World Championship leader Prost, who needs to beat Senna to strengthen his position, is not happy. 5th on the grid, 2 rows behind the Brazilian, he's at a major disadvantage. Top-placed Briton on the grid is Derek Warwick, 9th. Nigel Mansell is down at 12th, his worst grid placing of the year, but he was fastest this morning. Martin Brundle starts 15th, Jonathan Palmer is 19th, and Michele Alboreto, in pain with a cracked rib, starts last at 26th.
Position, and Riccardo Patrese has done what he needed to do. He's got away first, and that gives him a tremendous advantage. And look at the lead he's pulled out already. Now, the McLarens were having hesitation problems with their engines this morning, and they were throwing out oil. Caffey is in 3rd place, Berger is 4th, Prost is in 5th position, but Riccardo Patrese, the winner of 2 Grand Prix in his long career, leads this one at the Hungaroring with nearly 2 hours to go. It's a 77-lap race. That's going to take the full-time distance. It's Senna, Caffey, Berger, and there on the line is De Cesaris, who has been held, as you can see, and it's still, as they come towards the end of the first lap now, round the left-hander, now they come up to the 180-degree right-hand turn, which leads into the start and finish straight with Patrese, Senna, Caffey, Berger, Prost.
Yes, Patrese looking very impressive at the moment. He's pulled out a nice little lead on the first lap. He was forceful at the first corner to fend off the challenge from Senna, and driving very well indeed. But I'm sure the drivers behind, this track has very little grip, and they need to get the tyres hot. They won't be in a hurry. They know they're not threatened by overtaking, and this race may take a little while to settle down. I think Senna is a little bit closer, and sensibly, having failed to make it past at the first corner, he's now playing himself in gently. There is really not a hurry. He's not under any pressure from behind at the moment, and he, of course, will be worrying mainly about Patrese in front of him and Prost, who's running in 5th place.
And Nigel Mansell is in 8th position. He has gained 4 places.
As Berger challenges and makes it past Alex Caffey, so Berger moves up into 3rd place, and Prost is breathing down the neck of the pair of them. So a battle developing now for 3rd place, as Senna stalks Patrese. He's got plenty of time.
Now, the man to watch at the moment is Alain Prost, who is in 5th position. He needs to get ahead of Caffey and Berger, who are 4th and 3rd, because Prost's target for the day is obviously Ayrton Senna, who is 17 points behind them in the World Championship.
And here's the big battle. Caffey with the big queue behind him. Prost needs to be right behind him, as close as possible as they go now into the right-hander that completes the lap.
Here is the race leader, Riccardo Patrese, Ayrton Senna 2nd, Berger in 3rd. Then there's a gap of about 4.5 seconds, and now Prost is through. Yes, Alain Prost moves ahead of Caffey and up into 4th position. The gap between Prost in 4th place and Berger in 3rd is about 4 seconds, but now Prost has got a clear track in front of him. Caffey now is holding up Boutsen, and here's a replay.
Yes, and Prost, Caffey was defending the inside of the corner, and Prost had enough momentum there to take him past round the outside under braking. So now Prost has got a clear track in front of him, certainly for a few laps. He is some 4.5, nearly 5 seconds behind Berger.
Berger right up with Senna. This is a tremendous fight for the first 3 positions. And Alain Prost, in his quiet way, is not going to be unhappy with this situation. If somebody else other than Senna can win a Grand Prix, that suits Alain Prost well, because Ayrton Senna really needs to win every Grand Prix with Prost well up in order to retain his Senna's World Championship. And that is Piercarlo Ghinzani off onto the grass. Over the line, Patrese, Senna and Berger together. That is 12 laps completed out of 77, and Prost is there in the background.
And it really is quite remarkable how the McLaren pulls away from the Ferrari on the start-finish straight, because to pull away that much, it's quite visible from externally as Nannini goes into the pits in the Benetton, and it may just be a routine tyre change, because I was about to tell you that I've noticed that the lap times have slowed down a bit. It is only a tyre change. There he goes, good quick change, and that can only mean, because the fuel load is lightening and the car should be going steadily faster and faster, the pace at the front is not as quick as it was 5 laps ago, and that means that the tyres are struggling a little bit already.
And meantime, Derek Warwick is catching Mansell, because Boutsen and Mansell being held up by Alex Caffey. Now, Mansell is trying to take Boutsen. I suppose you can hardly blame Alex Caffey for sticking to his racing line, but it is infuriatingly frustrating for Boutsen and Mansell behind him, who know that if only they could get past the Dallara, they could sail away and try to close up on Alain Prost. Meantime, on lap 16 out of 77, Patrese leads Senna by 1.5 seconds. Senna is half a second ahead of Berger, 3rd. Prost is 2 seconds behind Berger in 4th position. You're looking at the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th between Caffey, Boutsen and Mansell, with Derek Warwick in 8th position. 9th is Capelli, 10th is Gugelmin, 11th is Martini, 12th is Cheever. Jonathan Palmer is in 15th place. Martin Brundle is 20th. Nobody has been lapped yet, but somebody is going to be before very much longer, and that could change the complexion of the race, the way the first 3 are so close to each other.
Yes, we now have a 4-car fight for the lead as the battle for 5th place goes past on your screen. Caffey a little bit of room to breathe there, and certainly wonderful to see 3 different makes in a 4-way fight for the lead of a Grand Prix. And that is a heartening sight for the future of Grand Prix racing. We've had it a little bit processional for the last couple of years, thanks to the all-dominant performance of the McLaren team. But at long last, the others are closing the gap and getting competitive.
And that is one of the Minardis. It's Martini. And that's the answer. You can see the brake pads must have caught fire, because there was either that or smoke or grease from the CV joint. Anyway, the fire extinguishers soon take care of that.